Happy F It Friday. This F It Friday is going to be in tribute to, well, the man who started F It Friday. F It Friday, or, yeah, F It, let's brew it, yeah, Dan Desolates. So there I was. 2 years ago, Father's Day weekend, I decided I was going to go out. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking Reviver Red IPA from Star Hill Brewing. And it's a recovery beer because I just spent the last 30 minutes in a neurosurgeon or neurologist's office getting needles shoved into my muscles and electrodes shot up my nerves. And I can say it wasn't the most pleasant experience of my life. But it was good to know. I found out I have nerve damage, so good thing I'm getting this taken care of. But anyway, so there I was 2 years ago, Father's Day weekend. I decided I'm going to go play 9 holes of golf. And my wife tells me, she says, Mike, please make sure you're back in time for us to drive over to your daughter's gymnastic recital. So I promised my wife that I'll make it back in time, and off I go. I played 9 holes with probably, you know, one of the most racist couples I've ever met. And when I'm finished, I end up back on the driving range because I had checked a few balls towards the end, and I decided I wanted to. Oh, I didn't know that couple, by the way. I just kind of got thrown in with them by the starter. But anyway, didn't want you to think I hang out with racist folks, which I don't. But anyway. So we ended up on the driving range, and I'm trying to correct a slice that I had towards the end of the 9 holes. And this lady comes up. This is at a army post. A lady comes up, and she's got this little metal detector, and she goes, "Okay, you know the drill. Everything metal out of your pockets." And she starts giving me the pat down. So I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" You know, she's like, "Oh, we're having the Sinks tournament." I'm like, "The Sink, the commander in chief, the president, the president's coming here?" And she said, "Yes." I was like, "Oh crap! When's he coming here?" "Oh, he'll be here in like 10 minutes. So I grab all my shit. I start running towards the side of the pro shop to head to the parking lot when a Secret Service guy, you know, says something in his earpiece, and he's like, "Sir, you need to go into the pro shop." And I was like, "I need to get to my car." He's like, you know, "No, go into the pro shop right now." And I was like, "Sir, you don't understand. I've got to get to my car. My wife will kill me if I don't make it back in time for my daughter's gymnastic recital." So the guy, I'm sure this was humorous to him, but at the time it doesn't seem humorous to me. It was, I was in freaking 4-alarm panic mode. So he directs my attention to the road. And he says, "Sir, even if I could let you to your car, you can't go anywhere because we got the road shut down." I look over, I see all the police cars out and everything, and you know, pretty much I'm screwed. I'm not going anywhere. So I go back, I call my wife, and I say, "Hey, honey, you're not going to believe this, but the president's here." And as I'm talking to my wife, the president turns the corner. Our current president turns the corner, and there he is, larger than life. Walks right in front of me, gets up on the left-hand tee, and he starts, you know, and they have Titleist Pro V1s like in a pyramid for this guy as he starts teeing off. So he starts, you know, cranking out some drives. Wasn't very impressive. They were kind of dribbles, truth be told. But anyway, so I tell my wife, "I'm sorry, you know, I didn't know this was going to happen." She's like, "Are you kidding me? Shut up, you know, can you get a picture?" You know, I couldn't get a picture because my camera wasn't working on my phone, but, yeah, I know, yeah, you know, likely story, right? So anyway, the Secret Service girl who happens to be standing there in a little picket line hears my dilemma on the phone call, and she says, "Sir, I couldn't help but overhear your phone call. Sounds like you need to get home for your daughter's recital." I was like, yeah, you know, and she's like, "Well, you know, we can't keep the road shut down indefinitely, so as soon as the president tees off a couple of holes, you know, we'll open up the road and let you out. We can't keep you guys, you know." She's like, "So what I recommend you do is, you know, grab your stuff, make your way in front of the pro shop, and, you know, whenever the agent there at the door hears that the president is off a couple of holes, he'll open the door and let you through." So I'm like, great. So I make my way to the front of the pro shop thinking, you know, that's a pretty good tip. I get up there, there's a bunch of old farts sitting around telling, you know, war stories. These are the club members. And Secret Service guy stops me. He's like, "Sir," I said, I know. I'm just going to wait here until you give me the word." So I'm standing there, and I'm thinking, you know, I really have to relieve myself. So I look to the right, and there's the bathroom. And the bathroom in this particular military post golf course, you walk in, there's all kinds of colognes and spritzes and little fancy stuff at the sink. But I open the door, I turn right there for the urinal. You know, there's 2 urinals right there. I see that somebody's at the mirror up at the sink, but I don't, it's the guy code. I don't go in the bathroom like checking people out. Hey, nice watch, you know. So I go to the urinals, do my thing, and I make my way over to the sink. Again, not making eye contact, and I'm sitting there washing my hands when all of a sudden I had this spidey sense tingling going on. And I look up in the mirror, and who do I see looking right back at me in the mirror but our president? And I said something to the effect of, "Holy shit, sir, I had no idea you were in here." And he said, "That's okay. You know, what's your name?" And I tell the leader of the free world that my name is Mike. You know, not my military title, not anything. I say, "I'm Mike." So he's like, "Well, Mike." Oh, and by the way, there's nobody else in this bathroom, just me and the president. So he says, "So Mike, are you stationed here?" I was like, "No, sir. I'm actually stationed, down the road, and my family's here, so I come up on the weekends." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well," he's like, "You didn't see me on the driving range, did you, Mike?" And I said, "Well, sir, yes, Mr. President, I did see you on the driving range, and I saw you. I saw you shank a few." And he gave me a direct order not to tell anybody. So make sure you don't pass this on. So then he said, "Well, how was your golf game?" I said, "Well, it was pretty good. I was a little distracted towards the end." He's like, "Why is that?" I said, "Well, my daughter's got a gymnastics recital, and it looks like I'm going to miss it, and I'm going to be in big trouble." And he said, "Well, it's Father's Day weekend." It was literally Father's Day weekend a couple of years ago. He's like, "It's Father's Day weekend. These family things are important. You got to be there." And he said, "What's your kid's name?" And I said, "Logan and Lorelei." He says, "Well, you tell Logan and Lorelei that Michelle and I hope you guys have a great Father's Day and a great Father's Day weekend. And we thank you for all you do." So I was taken aback that I'm standing, having a chat with the president in a bathroom of all places. And then I was so taken aback, I, tried to shake his hand. I had washed my hands, but I offered my hand to shake his hand. He had been putting on some sunscreen, because he's, kind of light skinned, and he was putting some sunscreen on. He goes, "Hey, I've got this lotion on my hands. Let me give you a shoulder bump." So I get a little shoulder bump from the president, and then I walk out in just a total state of shock. I mean, I've been chatting with the president for the last, 3.5 minutes in the bathroom with nobody else. And I walk outside, just, holy crap. Kind of on cloud 9, because that doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen to people except, that kind of crap happens to me. Weird stuff like that. So anyway, finally the president, he gets back, he tees off, and, the Secret Service guy doesn't have any idea, I don't think, that, I'm in there with the president. So I make my way to my car. I'm driving, thinking, man, I'm at the president, oh, this is cool, and then I'm like, holy crap. I relieve myself in front of the leader of the free world, and I got to be thinking he's probably later that night, Michelle, guess what this guy did today? Imagine the story he told. But anyway, true enough, it happened. Anyway, that's my story for this F Friday. Dan, thanks for starting up this venue, man. This is fun. It's almost like a 24-ounce Tuesday. I'm just kind of rambling on. But trying to get feeling back on my left arm, because they really did stick some needles all in my muscles, and it was not the most pleasant thing I've ever done. So anyway, have a happy F Friday, and I'll try to get one more Homebrew Wednesday out before I go into the knife. So cheers.